First, let me apologize for coming late. That's not the way my mother trained us. I'm very happy to be here this morning to offer this brief one of this program, and for several reasons. Our society is broken, very broken, and I've always held dear to the fact that one of the fundamental ways by which we can start repairing would be to bring values back in every sense and in every dimension. So that's where we need to start appreciating the work that is being done by the Monetary Transformation Center. And that's why we need to actually commend people like Ikiri for what she's doing. Perhaps what has driven this home more for me is what has happened to me in the last couple of weeks. Very interesting and very peculiar and very surreal. I come from a family of 9 children. There used to be 8 boys and 1 girl. The girl was the last. Uh, so she came eventually, but by the time she came, we were very set and formed in our ways as boys. So you can imagine one woman bringing up 8 boys. Hero has 3 boys. You don't even scratch the surface, to be honest with you. Because these days when I sit back and look at what my mom did with us and how she was able to bring us up, I have nothing but respect and admiration for her. My sister passed on a little over 5 years ago, unfortunately. And in the last few weeks, I buried my dad who died in December. We buried him on April 11th. And then my mom died on April 18th, exactly 1 week after. So it was double whammy. I mean, I used to make fun of people who are orphans, the older orphans who are lost their parents. Because I used to assume that these people would be there forever. You take those things for granted. The morning calls, the prayers, the festivals and so on and so forth. So when my mom died, exactly a week after we buried her husband, um, it was an emotional roller coaster for me. And it still is. But here's the interesting thing. So we took a decision that we're not going to prolong the burial. So we're going to try and bury her almost immediately, but immediately meaning a month after. So we buried her last weekend. But the interesting thing was, as I sat through the obsequies, the service of songs and the eventual funeral, the thing that kept coming through was that she had thought of 8 boys, and we are all who we are today, honestly, by the intentional, deliberate guidance, mentorship, training that she gave us. All boys. I looked around, I looked at my siblings, all our wives were there. I mean, within a month, those who were in the US had to turn twice, those who live in the UK had to turn twice. It's not exactly easy. But what I saw sitting there through all those events was the fact that these were manifestations of what our mom, and also maybe to a large extent, our dad had deposited in us. Three things stand out when you want to talk about the kind of adequacy of training that the boy child should have. One is the emotional regulation, which is very, very key. Second, the sense of responsibility. I thought is to learn respect for everything. Because in all those things, the mentorship, the training, the guidance, the pep talks, prayers, will come that man that cannot and should not be taken for granted, and will also help to build the kind of nation that we desire. So I looked at myself and I looked at my brothers, and by the grace of God, one of the things that she desired, and please bear in mind my mom did not see the four walls of a university, but that every single child of hers is going to go to a university and will leave. And we're all holding up our own in our own different ways through life today. So we should not take these things lightly, take it for granted. And it's even much more insidious today, the kind of challenges that we face. You know, it's a different world from where we come from. Where we come from, we never used to be dominated by social media. We never used to be controlled by the number of clicks, the number of shares, the number of likes. And these are all things that we factor to today. I can tell you exactly how I made my first car. My first car was a car that my dad had abandoned for close to 8 years or 9 years. And I had to build that car when I started work. I built it over a 2 year period. One month I'll buy 2 tires, I'll buy a Kickstarter, I pieced it together. It was a Toyota Crown. And I was very proud of it. But the day I went to buy the engine in Ibadan, I went to buy a new engine in Ibadan. Very did not make. So today when I see young people who want to start life by riding Mercedes Benz, I just looked at it and I said, you can never appreciate the journey. Because everything you are looking at is a microwave approach, is the shortcuts. You can never even relish it. You know, my wife and I, when we sit down, I would look back at where we started from. On young couples who had no car. And today when you look at the garage and you see a fleet of cars, you appreciate it more. And I think those values should not be lost. I still think they matter. So it's a different world truly, but the values still hold true. So I'd like to encourage us all here today to please take a lot more serious look at the issues that confront the boy child. I believe that when it is well, we have very well trained, very well mannered boy children who will be a better nation. Just look at what's happening on social media. Look at cases of infidelity and so on and so forth. And how badly we have become to treating and dealing with this issue. Things that are private, things that are confidential, and one thing that we joke with. It's not normal. It can never be normal. So please, I'd like to implore us, young boys, young children that are here today, that you are the lights of tomorrow. When it is well with your life to be well with this nation. Let us bring the values back. Let us bring the morals back. Remember, sense of emotional regulation, sense of responsibility, and respect for everything that we should hold here. I'd like to congratulate all of us here today for seeing the 5th year of BTC. I wish BTC a bright and greater future because I think they are doing these things that are not only sustainable, but things that are germane to the growth of this nation. Again, our nation is global. So as we build roads and infrastructure, we should also build the necessary emotional intelligence. Congratulations, thank you.